This video is all about barriers, because barriers are the obstacles to us growing, or actually are our route to growth, probably more realistically. So trying to understand barriers, when I think of barriers, I think if you look at them as things that you maybe need to do to progress to another level. So if you were trying to progress your career, and let's say, for example, you needed to be better at public speaking, what we typically tend to do is we walk up to that new challenge of public speaking and we kind of look at it and it's a bit scary, a bit big, a bit too difficult. And we tend to walk up to it and then we walk away because we're not quite ready or not quite brave enough to push through and do that. And then what tends to happen is we kind of get an arrow in our back. You know, maybe our boss says to us, look, if you really want that promotion, you're going to really need to learn how to do that public speaking. Or maybe we have a bit of a chat with ourselves and sort of say, look, come on, if you want to achieve the things you want to achieve in your life, maybe you need to learn how to do this. But ultimately, I think what happens is we get enough arrows in our back where eventually we kind of walk up and we push through and we do the challenging thing in front of us and we succeed. You know, so it sort of comes after much procrastination. Some would say, you know, just time to get ready to do it, you know, maybe a kind of way of saying it. But ultimately, it takes a while for us to push through and overcome that challenge. The interesting thing is when you actually push through and look back, not only are you bigger and stronger and more capable than you were before you pushed through that, but you kind of ask yourself, why did I do that? You know, it wasn't that difficult. You know, nobody died. It was, you know, more than achievable. And I suppose what we need to think about here is actually when we think about that now in reflection, you know, should we be really trying to build a more proactive plan to overcome barriers so we can grow more quickly and to a greater level? So the question is, next time you have a growth opportunity and which would be seen as a barrier in front of you and you walk up to it, maybe don't walk away. Maybe have a plan to sort of push through it quicker and sooner. Maybe even seek out barriers for you to grow. You know, don't just think about what am I going to do to develop myself. Think about, you know, what barriers can I deliberately put in front of myself to force myself to overcome, because all growth and learning is uncomfortable. So, you know, what if you didn't walk away from those barriers? What if you seek those barriers out? What if everything that was put in front of you was a bit of a gift and an opportunity to learn and grow? I think ultimately, you know, we will be judged, you know, and our character is defined, you know, by how we approach barriers and how we push through them and how we develop and grow ourselves, particularly as leaders. So, in summary, look for those barriers for growth, embrace them, seek them out, push through them quicker and sooner, and then I think the sooner we release our potential and get to that next level.